Hey everybody, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Equality and Rights for All. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and we have a great topic for today's show in which it is Trump sends federal agents to cities, Chicago and Portland, in which no mayor nor governor asks for them, but Trump ignores the actual assistance that were requested. Now, unless if you've been living under a rock, it's been all over the media, social media, news, whatever, proving that Trump sent in federal agents into cities like Chicago and Portland and caused more chaos, okay, more problems, more division, and neither the governors nor the mayors asked for these agents to be sent. Okay, Trump just decided to do it and say, "Oh, these are areas that are controlled by Democrats. It's all Democrats that are causing this problem." No, it's Trump and the Republicans that are causing the problem. Mostly Trump. Okay, if the governors or the mayors of these cities, these states or these cities, were having a major problem, they would have asked Trump for sending in these federal agents. But neither the governors nor the mayors asked for it. They have it under control. So this was just Trump pulling a political stunt, clearly. Okay? No need for it. No need for him to send in these federal agents into areas where it wasn't requested. So, and this is against the Constitution for Trump to do, by the way. Okay. And he just wanted to say, oh, it's Democrats causing a problem, and I wanted to send in federal agents to fix it. No, no. Now let's say if Trump wanted to send in federal agents just to protect federal, I'm not saying city nor state buildings, federal buildings, okay, then that's one thing. That's one thing. But that's not what he did. Okay. And he just sent in these federal agents to these cities, causing more problems than anything. And Trump is now trying to say, "Well, I sent them in, and they fixed everything." They didn't fix squat. They didn't fix squat. They actually made more problems. Now, if you want to send in these federal agents just to protect only federal government buildings, then that's a different story. But you didn't do it. That's not what happened. So, and yes, the mayors and the governors can in turn now turn around and sue Trump and uh and whatever. And yes, those lawsuit cases can take a very long time. And yes, they can. Trump disobeyed the Constitution of the United States, and um, he can't be doing that. He's not above the law. He's just causing more problems. And then on top of all that, Trump ignored the actual assistance that the mayors and the governors did request. You know, the request for um uh more PPEs, the request for um uh for more testing, more tracing, the request for money to be sent out to all state and local governments, you know, to help support like all the 911 responders, all the frontline workers and stuff like that. He ignored all those other requests, all of them, and turned around and did a dumb, idiotic thing. And that is not to mention an illegal thing, by the way. So this is going to come back and bite him, meaning Trump, in the butt. All right. Now, um, now Congress, meaning the House of Representatives, the United States Senate, and Trump, who's in the White House, okay, they now have to make sure that within the next relief package, money is to uh to go to all state and local governments as well. Now, I want to bring out one other point, okay? Now, Trump and the rest, of the other Republicans have been saying, "Oh, the Democratic states have been taking so much money and blah 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 blah." Wrong answer. Guess what? It's the Democratic states that have been giving more and more money every year to the federal government, and it's the Democratic states that have taken very, very little. They give very little back. You know this? Guess what states that have been getting more and more federal government money? You ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? Hold on to your seats. The Republican states have been getting more and more federal government money. The Democratic states like New York, New Jersey, California have been giving and giving and giving more and more and more money to the federal government and have taken back extremely little money. Extremely little. And if you don't believe me, ladies and gentlemen, you can look it up yourselves. Okay? Because I'm sure that there's a lot of Republicans and Trump supporters are saying, oh no, that's a lie. That's a lie. False report. False report. No. It's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Democratic states have been giving more and more money to the federal government and getting the least amount of money back. Very, very little money back to the federal government. It is the Republican states that have been getting more and more federal government money than anybody else and giving very, very little back to the federal government. So look it up if you don't believe me. So uh, these are just the facts. These are the facts. And it's going to take decades upon decades to fix all the damage that Trump has done over the past 4 years. It's going to take decades and decades and decades to fix all the problems that the GOP has caused over the years. And not saying that it can't be done, but it's going to take a hell of a long time and a whole lot more work. And so that's why November 3rd is so important, ladies and gentlemen. It's important beyond anybody's recognition. It's important to vote this coming November 3rd. And if you really want to fix all these things that the GOP and Trump has done, there's got to be a major blue wave come November 3rd. All right? And got to happen. And I strongly believe that now that all this damage has been done, there's been a lot more people that got woke. And there's going to be a lot less people voting for Trump. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not saying that he's not going to get any votes. What I'm saying is Biden is going to get many more votes than Trump. Many, many more votes. And as far as for Trump trying to pull any sneaky tricks, even though this has not been discussed a lot, you know, proper measures have have been started to protect our democracy and our voting system. You know, people, like I said, now people got woke. You know, people now know that our last presidential election was rigged. Okay, and people are not going to stand for that anymore. Now, pretty much, basically, all bases are going to be covered come this November. So that's really about it, ladies and gentlemen. And after I'm done hosting this episode of Equality and Rights for All, I will host another episode of my show, Advocate Information Highway, on my YouTube channel. And I also want to remind everybody about my business, my website, which is Advocate Information Highway, and the link to there is awldny.com. You guys could check out all the pages on there. And I hope to speak to everybody again tomorrow for Disabled Reality, which is another show that I host here on Spreaker.com. And again, after I host the another episode, that episode tomorrow on Disabled Reality, I will host another episode of my show, Advocate Information Highway, on my YouTube channel as well after that. And so with that, take care, everybody. Bye.